Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Rob. Oh, and I got the wrong one up. Oh well, we can always take that back down and do the right one. It's been a morning, let me tell you. As you can see, I'm running pretty far behind, which I completely apologize for. It's just been the morning. All kinds of weird little issues have come up this morning. So I definitely apologize for any of my lateness on all this. It just kind of happened that way today. I don't know why. It's actually just been kind of my week in the end as well. So like I said, I apologize for being quite late on this one. I'm late on a whole lot of things this week. I'm not too sure as to why. Obviously, it's just something with my lack of scheduling or lack of holding to a proper routine and schedule for this week. I don't know. I can't tell you exactly why, but everything's a little bit or fairly far behind right at the moment. And I'm trying to catch it all up. It just doesn't seem to be working out quite as well as I would like it to, which is quite the bummer, but it kind of is what it is at this point. And I will try to just figure it out the best I can. Being that the week's almost over, I'm not too concerned. As long as I know where everything kind of sits, I can at least get through and figure out most of it and kind of work with what is remaining for the rest of my week and not be too concerned. A lot of things right now are definitely being pokey with my system. So if I'm pausing and delaying and the audio is not working, video might not be working. Apparently something is going on with my setup, and I apologize once again. I'm trying my best here, and things seem to be trying to work against me pretty good at the moment. I'm not sure if it's my system or if it's my internet that's being laggy right at the moment, but everything is definitely being really pokey. I am definitely going to say it is most likely my system that at the moment. I don't think it has much in the way to do with my internet access. So we will see how the rest of it all goes. For those of you who are watching from D Live or Twitch or Periscope, Mixer, YouTube, I don't have the chat up right at the moment. So if you are trying to chat to me through there, I will try to get it up. That's part of my delay at the moment as well. Is trying to get that sucker up so I can chat with you from there as well. Get Vocals just comes up actually on the left-hand side here without much issue. It's just trying to get the chat that I'm using to communicate with everybody all at once to come up is just taking its sweet time, unfortunately. So I am trying to get that to come up, and it just seems to be being a little pokey, but I am working on getting that one up and rolling as well. So some good news. I went to Kamloops yesterday and I picked up my stepdad. So now he is back home. We stopped for lunch. We had a good lunch. Had a good time actually with my brother coming along as well, which doesn't always happen, but we go on these little road trips out to Kamloops sometimes and they seem to go quite well. We did have a little bit of a blow up, but nothing too much, just as we're getting lunch, but we're probably both most likely hungry. So not too big of a deal there. We got it all sorted out, and we went and stopped at the park, ate some lunch, and continued on our way back to home. And yeah, he's doing really well. Having a little trouble still getting around a little bit, but he's doing a lot better than what he was. He can get up and move. He can use the walker and get along and move forward and turn corners and do all the things that he kind of needs to do. We did have one little incident where he almost kind of fell, which we did catch him. Yeah, we're on grass, so it kind of made some sense that his wheelchair or walker and walking didn't work out quite as well as we were hoping, but we caught him before he was able to completely fall, which was great, and got him sat down and had some lunch. Yeah, he's doing quite well. He's got a little bit of motion in his hands. He's trying to move things around a lot better, so he's got strength back in his left hand, and is moving around quite a bit better, and he's got some pretty decent mobility on his left leg, and he's getting around pretty decently. I'm actually really quite pleased and impressed with how well he really is getting around now. The first time I went and seen him at the hospital, he wasn't moving around quite as much, and it was kind of hard to hear him. But that was almost a month ago. So he's made a lot of great progress since then, and we're really quite happy to have him home. And it's it's quite a delight. I got all his stuff that we were supposed to get from the Red Cross, got into the house, and put into the rooms that they needed to kind of go into. Not exactly set up because I wasn't sure how to. I just wanted to rest, and by that time that we got home, I had a splitting headache, and I really needed to take a bit of a downtime for myself and rest. So that's what I ended up doing. So that's kind of our good news for the rest of the week, is that my stepdad is now back at home, which is really fantastic, and we're all really excited about it. And the rest of this week should be pretty good for a lot of other things as well. So right now we've had some not super great weather, but it hasn't been terrible either. And now looks like we have some good blue skies and sunshine here in the shoe shop, so we should be able to get out and do more. Taking my youngest son up to his new school, the middle school today, so he can get a bit of a tour of it as well, and kind of get a feel for the people that are going to be there, that are going to be helping him out, and kind of get a bit of a lay of the land before he goes. So they've kind of planned out a spot for him to be able to go up today to check it all out. For those of you who aren't aware, my youngest son is autistic. So they want to really make sure that he gets the best entrance for next year. So they really want to make sure that he is able to take a tour and find out where everybody is and where everything sits in the school. So that way he'll be able to find it a lot easier, hopefully come September, which I am quite sure he will. He's a really smart kid and really good with a lot of different things, and really quite good with change as well, which is fantastic. So we're going to get him up there. Me and his mom are going to actually take him up today and get a tour, and we're going to meet all the people that are going to work with him as well. And luckily right now, the schools aren't super busy or super full, so this shouldn't really be too overwhelming for him. And we won't have to worry too much about a lot about COVID or anything like that, because I know a lot of people didn't send their kids back to school for the last 3 weeks. I know her and I chose not to send the kids back for the last 3 weeks. Not anything to do so much with being worried about them catching anything. We just didn't think it was completely worth the time to send them back for 3 weeks when we can do a lot of the stuff from home. And that's what we try to do. We try to do a lot of the stuff from home as well, so that way we can do it from the comfort of the house. My oldest has a laptop, so we do a lot of that kind of stuff, schoolwork wise. And then I have little things around here that we try to do as well. We're actually going to try and start this weekend, probably tomorrow when I pick them up, is we have the programming book we want to work on. And then we're actually, I keep saying this every time, but I think this weekend we're actually going to paint these friggin' birdhouses, because I'm so tired of sitting on the kitchen table with nothing done with them besides them being built. But today I'll probably go pick up some hooks at some point so I can put them on the fence posts and pick up birdseed as well. So we actually have an end goal to get them painted and hung up. That is our big plan for the weekend, for the most part, is getting these things done, getting some of this programming stuff done with my oldest, and do some of his schoolwork and keep up on the reading, which we're trying to get done now as well. We're trying to keep up more on that. And then I'm going to find some writing practice stuff as well for him, so that way he can practice his writing, or his printing at least. They don't do a lot in the way of cursive handwriting in schools anymore, I've noticed. And then we do have access to another program practices mathematics, which is pretty sweet as well. He was doing pretty good with the practice stuff that we had available to us because we couldn't get the password and username to work. And I'm not sure how to get it reset or if we are able to ourselves because I'm not sure how they set it up for him. So we're going to have to try and get a hold of his teacher on the week or tomorrow to get that figured out as well. So we can get that taken care of. And yeah, overall, it's been, other than the rain and my obvious computer issues I've had today, it's been a really good week and a really good day so far. Had a good sleep. Still woke up with a bit of my headache, but I think it's good possibility it was a lack of caffeine because I didn't get a lot of coffee into me yesterday, or a lot of caffeine in general. So I'm some of that taken care of this morning. Plus getting a little bit better hydrated because I don't think I hydrated quite enough on the drive yesterday as well, which definitely would have contributed to it also. And the fact that I was sitting a whole lot in the vehicle, which doesn't always work out so well, at least for myself. I don't know how anyone else does with it, but I know for me, it wasn't super great, but it wasn't terrible. And the headache wasn't as bad as the last one I had when I went to Kamloops. And now it's actually better today. So I feel like today a much better day and we'll get much more accomplished, which is good because I do have things to do today. So I got an appointment at 1. I got my kids' school stuff at 11. So we got quite a few things to get done. And I would like to be functioning for it all, really. And I haven't set up anything for Thursday Night Thoughts yet. So I got to get that done. I haven't written my blog yet this week, which kind of sucks. So I'm going to try and get that done today. And I got my latest episode of Trail that I got to get posted up as well. I need to record so that way I can get them so I can keep up to date more on that, which I have not been keeping up on, which is definitely on me. I need to get better with scheduling out pieces to that. It's just been a work in progress. So it is getting better, but I definitely need to be better and more vigilant with what I am doing. So that is kind of where we're at right at the moment with everything. So I hope you have enjoyed the show. I got to cut it off a little bit shorter than I normally would, but if you have everything and you want to continue on the conversation, you can follow me on social media and you can check out everything I'm doing on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you want, you can also head over to my website, which I put into the chat windows, which is rob-hicks.com. And you can read all my blogs and see all the fun things that are going on there as well. So I look forward to talking with you tomorrow morning for Morning Coffee with Rob. And once I have the Thursday Night Thoughts set up for tonight, if you're interested in coming down and checking that out, you can do that as well. So check to see if anyone had any questions, and then if not, I am out. All right, cool. All right, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic morning, a fantastic afternoon, fantastic evening, or fantastic night, wherever you happen to be. And I hope you're staying safe, staying healthy, and getting out there and enjoying some of this nice weather that hopefully you're enjoying as well. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow morning. And if you join me for Thursday Night Thoughts tonight. All right, have a great one, everyone. I'll talk to you later. Bye.